grows up curious. Some grow up adventurous and others get more serious. I'd say I was a solid in between. Although I'm still young and I'm reminded every day that I'm just not anywhere yet, after much deliberation, I've basically decided that I'm gonna share my kind of like artsy film and photography journey with you guys. With things like these, I don't even know how many people are gonna watch, how many people are gonna listen, and in my case right now it really doesn't matter and I don't care. I just think it's an important story to tell for myself because, as I said, I want to document it, and also for other girls out there, other people out there in general that just want to kind of pursue this path. Not that I'm an expert or anything in the slightest, but I mean, maybe you can get some sort of idea from what like I've been doing and what I'm doing now. So yeah, here it goes. So I was always a really chatty kid, always really like interested in everybody else and like the world around me, and you know, all those cliche stuff. I mean, I wanted to be like stereotypical police officer, firefighter. I mean, I could find a journal right now that probably says that, but like the first ounce of artsiness that I had was like way back in grade 2. I mean, they used to make us do these journals, and instead of writing, I'd like scribble and doodle and draw pictures of Little Mermaid and whatever. And then over time, like I don't know, I became pretty good at writing stories. I really liked it, and then I wrote plays and poems and all of these sorts of things, and I think one performed or debuted at like a school concert or something. The fact of the matter is I just didn't realize that artsy stuff were what I'd be good at. And I mean, the trend continued. I mean, I went down the line of different stuff, and I don't know, I think I wanted to be a fashion designer at one point, and I used to get those like fashion books with the mannequin on it, and then you draw on the clothes and you get stencils and stuff. And then I thought I wanted to be an interior decorator, and then I think I have samples of those stuff. I've always been like going to the movies with my family and watching a lot of Marvel movies with my family, but it never really clicked that like that would be what I wanted to do. So then I tried acting, and I tried all of these drama clubs and this and that, and that was fun for a while, but then I was just like, it's not for me. Went into high school and was basically just chilling, minding my own business like everybody does. And then I think like my friends dragged me to photography club one day, film club one day, and then I was just like, oh, that's a thing. And I had always ruled it out because of course everybody says, oh,
it's photography, it's film, any artsy career is not secure. You're not gonna make any money, you're gonna be broke, and you're gonna live on your parents' couch for like years. And
I'm not anywhere in life yet, so I can't tell you that, oh, that's what's gonna happen. But still, I didn't want to make the jump because, you know, that's the stereotype. I was like, okay, you know, let me just do this as a hobby, until it became more than a hobby. It actually became something that I think, I don't know, it became something that was always there for me. I feel like I'm going to get sentimental, but moments last longer with photos. It definitely does. And I can remember everything that happened before and after I took each photo that I have. There's a story to every photo. Yeah, and then once I started learning how to edit photos, it became even more magical to me. And then of course there were the Casey Neistats and the Peter McKinnons that I started following, and it was just great. I mean, it was a place to be. And then I started my YouTube channel like around the same time, and I was never thinking that it would turn into what it is today, which is more like film photography, kind of creative based. Because when I started out doing lifestyle videos. I started out doing, wow, that was like, hold on, that was 5 years ago almost. I started out doing lifestyle videos and skits, and honestly, like, I was being mean and I was putting efforts into the videos obviously, but after a while it just felt like I was copying the YouTubers that were popular at the time. And so I took a break, like I took a 2-year kind of hiatus. I kept popping back on and everything, but I was never as consistent as I was when I was starting out, and I uploaded like every week for 2 years straight. And then the 3rd and the 4th year it was just like, if I feel like it, if I feel like it, because I just didn't know what content I wanted to make, and I didn't feel like I was at a place where I had much to say. And I always wanted people to like learn from this channel, and I'm getting deep, but it's true, it's necessary for me to get deep because I want you guys to understand. So yeah, I waited and I shared the moments that I wanted to share like last year, and the year before that, but I mean it was still not the content I wanted to be making. And then over that time I discovered film, and it was like pretty much the holy grail for me, and everything that I've ever wanted, I think, was like wrapped up into the one discipline. Because I don't know, people may see it on my face, I'm a pretty not controlling person, but I like organization and I like progression and certain things like that, and it's amazing how many different things that I like come into telling a story and come into filmmaking and everything. And I seriously do not know where I would be if it wasn't for movies and documentaries and episodes of different stuff. I mean, I don't know how much time I've spent doing that, but yeah, in 2019 I started pulling out all the stops, and it is amazing how many people you can meet and how many different types of people you can meet if you just are open to meeting them. Then I joined JAFTA, which you guys can look up, is the Jamaica Film and TV Association. I'm pulling a plug right here, right now, because I really think that if you want to be involved in an industry that's small and that's a part of the Caribbean or a part of Jamaica, you should really check them out. And they have amazing resources, and that's how I learned most of the stuff that I learned, because I went to the meetings and I talked to the people there. And you can't talk to the people there right now because unfortunately COVID, but there are still online meetings, and you guys could definitely sign up for the new year if you wanted to. They definitely didn't sponsor this video, but I just love them that much and I love the community there that much, and I don't think that I have ever felt as accepted as a filmmaker or as a creative as I felt standing in that space. Hi everyone, starting the vlog now. I just got home from the Film Association meeting, and can I just say, oh, I almost cried. Guys. I'm tearing up right now. There's a lot of work that has to be done, but yeah, like, and it really meant a lot to me that there were people that believed in me and took me kind of seriously even though I was young. Yeah, in most rooms that relate to filmmaking, I'm pretty sure I'm the youngest woman there. And I'm not saying that it's intimidating, because the thing about it is, like, you end up talking to so many people that you kind of try to learn the ropes, and you just talk to different people with different experiences over time, and you eventually learn that you have to pull your own weight and you have to be learning about things, like you have to seek out knowledge for yourself. And that's basically what I did. And that's why when I see people now that say they want to do something and they don't know where to start, I'm like, Google. You Google whatever's in your country, Google whatever in your town, Google whatever you can about what you want to do. You must be able to find something or somebody that likes it, and then the two of you guys can start a conversation. It's really that simple. I mean, be careful, don't share too much information because obviously it is the internet, but I'm saying you guys can really see what's out there by looking. And I think, you know, as I said, it's really important to just make a habit out of learning new things and actually taking notes of them and practicing it yourself and challenging yourself. Here's the thing about challenging yourself, and this is the part where the story gets interesting, because certain things happen if you're too ambitious or you think that you know it all. And I'm not saying that this was what happened to me, but I definitely think I was reaching way too far, way too young, way too inexperienced to do anything of the caliber that I wanted to do it at. For the people watching this, by the way, that aren't really interested in the arty stuff, the same types of stuff still apply. You need to be careful about what you're aiming towards, or else you're gonna get humbled. And in my case, I got humbled. Or 2019, middle of 2019, I started going to like these workshops and stuff, and going to online seminars and everything, and learning how to write a script and learning about storytelling and learning about all of those stuff. And trust me, you can find really good resources once you look them up. I've been going to all of these things and I feel so empowered that I have all of this knowledge and I just want to use it. That's all I did. I just wanted to make something. But here's the thing about making something. What I've realized is that things in film and photography, they are much more strenuous than they seem. Like, they're much more, I don't want to say stressful, but there are many moving parts, and I was not fully aware of the real world experience it would take to cast like this production and to edit it and to film it. So basically in film, 1 page of a script can sometimes equal a little bit less or a little bit more of a movie or a series depending on how it's written. I wrote a 40-page script. I genuinely think it was the most disciplined I've ever been about anything creative, and I took it to heart when I realized that it wasn't gonna work that way. And so I took the script down from 40 minutes to 14 minutes, and believe me, that was still too much. Like, you eventually learn that 5 minutes can take 5 days if you wanted to. I didn't realize that until after I casted. I casted all the people for the film and I was ready to go, quote unquote, until I realized that there was a production aspect that I was not familiar with. There were forms that needed to be filled out, and then I wanted to do it in 4K quality. So, you know, I had to get hard drives, I had to order all of those stuff, I had to prepare my machines to edit it, and then that's a different game on its own. Keep in mind, I'm here prepping for the SAT. I'm here waiting to do like in-school exams during the same week that I was supposed to be filming. So every ounce of free time that I had was spent either writing or studying, and the time eventually came where I was burnt out, and it was the worst feeling I've ever had in my entire life. I haven't had an experience as close to that ever. After that, I was so ashamed of myself. I was like, look how you say you're going to do something and you never do it. Like, that's what was annoying me. And I'll thank God for the people that I know that were friends with me at the time, and the people that really helped me to understand that, you know, it's fine, these things happen. And of course, COVID came around not too long after. Not only did COVID come around, but I was just so exhausted, and it broke my heart to have to do it, but I was not ready. I simply was not ready. And sometimes you have to pay attention to that, and do not force yourself to do anything that you don't think that you're ready for in life, ever. On the bright side, the thing about that is it did help me eventually to learn a bunch of different things, be more patient with myself, learn about different priorities, how to prioritize, time management, all of those things. I really learned from that experience. And oh my gosh, like, I remember after that, now I did shame so till I couldn't write anything. Like, I kept looking at blank pages for days in quarantine, and I could not write anything more than a few sentences, until one day I really finally just, I don't know, I woke up one day and I got over myself, and I was just like, you know, college is coming around, I have to apply to film school, I have to have something to go to film school. I had to think to myself, like, what was one story true to me that doesn't have to be box office quality? Like, what is it that I want to tell? What story do I want to tell? And it was the story of the film. I don't know, I can't get that time back. And as I said, all of my free time was used to do either schoolwork or film work, and it became work at that point. It wasn't really like my passion that I was pursuing or anything. It became stress, and when those things happen, you have to be so careful, because I'm pretty sure if I forced myself to do it, I'd probably say, you know, I never want to do anything film related again, because I was that stressed, I was that drained because of it. But yeah, as for how it's going now, it's going really well. I can say that I have written and directed and edited a film. I can say that I've worked on film sets. I can say that I get to work in the industry now, in the industry, quote unquote. But yeah, and I'm not trying to boast or anything, but these things are possible, and I need to mention that they're possible to the people that are watching that think it's not possible. You just have to open yourself out to the possibilities of doing it. And I'm not saying that this is where I'm going with my life. I don't even know where I'm going, if I'm being honest. Like, I think a lot of people always assume that
Amanda Whylie has everything figured out, but Amanda Whylie does not have everything figured out.
As a fact, I would love to have everything figured out, but I don't even know what I'm gonna do in the next couple of years. I don't know where I'm gonna end up. I just know it has to be great, because that's what we're destined for. But yeah, I do feel that I need to mention some of my accomplishments, because I think it can help you guys. And of course, if you guys ever need help with anything, you just DM me or comment down below any questions that you guys have, and I'd be pleased to answer them. I mean, I'm nowhere yet, as I said before. Like, I'm gonna reach nowhere yet, so don't take my word as gospel, don't take it as religion, please. I beg. I have not reached anywhere yet. I'm just saying I have made some progress that I'd like to share with the people that do care. And if you watched to the end, thank you very much. I was not sure that I would make this video because I was just like, you know, I don't really think people would care, but if you did, thank you. Not everybody's gonna operate at the same pace, but any progress is progress, and I hope that you guys remember that. But yeah, life has humbled me, and I had always promised that if I learned a lesson, I would definitely share it with you guys. So there the lesson is. There's my story, and if you guys have any stories too, comment down below and let me know what your experience is in whatever field that you're doing or whatever field you want to do. Anyway guys, that is pretty much it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.